I feel John Jay is the person that people are afraid to be, because it's easy to follow a trend, but how can anybody know where they're going if they don't know where they've been? John Jay lyrically tries to take people back to places they've never been before. He's actually a person that I know you can put him anywhere, any environment, any hood, any party, any crowd, and he'll get along with all of them. He's a person that from the outside that people might just stare at and not understand. But for some reason, they'll still get drawn to him and try to figure him out. He's Black John Jay.
Keltronix is an artist and a person. That's my best friend. We've been best friends since we were wild young. Very entertaining, very thoughtful, true person, a real caring person, real dude. As an artist, to me, he's one of the greatest artists I've seen and heard. And I'm a big fan of his work all the time. He never disappoints.
They bring back the caring for music in their sound. Like, you could tell that they definitely have a knowledge and of different varieties of music, and they know what artists from which time periods really cared about music, and that's who they focus on. And they make music. They care about music, period. And a lot of people now don't really care as much as they used to, and they just bring back like positive vibes and good music that you can listen to, and orchestrate a CD that you can't even skip a song. You just have to listen. You have no choice but to just let it play out throughout, and just listen to all the songs, and then you have to listen to it again. But by the time you know it, the CD's over, and you want to listen to that shit again because it just has a bunch of good songs on it.
Want me only when you want me. You call me only when you know me. It's crazy because I'm checking for your own. I know that.
My name is Michael Minikey, aka Rico Escobar, aka That's Rico, aka Mr. Perfect, aka Pimp Name Upgrade.
Hey, what's up? My name is Matt Hogan, CEO of Third World Records. I'm chilling out right now in my new apartment, just polying, and enjoying the view and everything like that on a beautiful sunny day in Los Angeles. Just chilling out.
My name is Black John Jay, Kevin Minical, Abakwa Minical, and I represent the Popular Losers in Pasadena, California, Kingsville Projects. I started this band, because it had to be made. It just had to come to the people, I just knew, growing up with Keltronix and the music that we were making was just, I don't know, for me it was almost like too good to be true. I was like, wow, this is something that's missing in the world right now, and I knew that we had to come together and bring this wonderful, incredible, unique music that we were making in the ghetto to the people.
Life growing up in Pasadena was all love for me, because I realized that every place has a good and has a bad. So every place has nice areas and every place has bad and messed up or grimy areas. So I love the Pasadena experience, and I love it to the day I die.
I would like to thank Black John Jay for changing my life lyrically as a writer, as an artist, and carrying. I always cared about what I did, but he enhanced me caring for what I love to do. Like he made me realize that I really do love to do this, and like he let me know who if you love to do something, then just do that shit to the fullest that you can. Like,
head nigga, not fine. Since on that regular shit. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? No. But we'll get back to that. Skip it. John Jay, as a child growing up, was very interesting because you have sibling rivalries. Me being his older brother, I always had to set examples. But sometimes my mom would use things he would do to motivate me. Now, me personally, I would go to class and pass. He was really smart and intelligent. He knew what the fuck he was doing, while I was just kind of cruising through.
it's hilarious. We chill a lot, and we both are into basketball tremendously, and we play video games and write songs together and inspire one another. And as an artist, he's like one of the most talented writers writing, period. Just not even rapping, just as a writer in general. Like being so vivid and descriptive when he's telling a story, it could be, and he's written songs about everything, and never, like, he just always comes through on whatever topic in full detailed description.
The music that was played in the Minneku household ranges from African music to R&B to some hip hop to old school funk. A lot of iconic American figures, from Michael Jackson to Whitney Houston. I remember listening to Luther Vandross a lot, but I remember one time listening to Roger and Zapp. That shit right there. Bob Marley. A lot of good music.
Some of the Loser Crew's influences, been inspired by many. Me and Keltronix, Prince, Jay Dilla, Tribe Called Quest, Bad Brains, Radiohead, Gregory Isaacs, Jodeci.
Man, the first concert I ever attended, if I think back in my memory bank, man, it ain't hard to tell. It was Jodeci. Oh yeah. And headlining was Mary J. Blige. And I actually, my dad actually took me and my brother to it. It was at the Universal Amphitheater, and it was on my birthday. So that right there.
Marvin Gaye.
Play that Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Be like,
the Loser Crew came together. Me and Kel, we met each other when we were young, like around maybe like 10 or 11 years old. And he was an interesting person. I was an interesting person. We both loved musically. We loved music equally the same. We just loved it like it was our lives. Music was our lives. It was everything it was the only thing we really cared about, aside from other things, but that music was on the top of our list. And we just hit it off. We just connected on that level. And always was writing, always listening to music, always buying albums, listening to what he's listening to what I'm listening to, checking for what's new.
Keltronix as a person was is a really funny motherfucking individual. Dude is hilarious. And he's one of those people that deserves to have a Twitter. Because some of the stuff you hear him say or write about, shit will keep you laughing for days. The person as an artist is someone that definitely knows their craft. Someone that isn't just taking a record, pressing a couple buttons, and making a beat. It's somebody that actually takes pride in their music.
He's a great writer. I definitely like his R&B joints. I like his variety and style of beats that he produces and makes. Some of the joints I like that he's sung on were Settle. I like Lust, and I like Later On. They're written really well, and I like he just brings back like good R&B like from the 90s, like H-Town and Jodeci, Bobby Brown, and just like the good R&B era, the early 90s. And I like his the beats that he produces, like they always, it never surprises me when I hear something that I've never heard before.
I wasn't living in the house with Kel, so I really don't know all the music he listened to. I figured he was a little more soulful. From me just outside looking in, I would say he was a little more soulful. He seems like he likes ladies, likes pleasing the ladies and kind of appealing to what they like. So I would say he probably had a little soulful R&B-ish vibe. Growing up and currently right now, I want to say Black John Jay was always into sports. Sports, and more sports. Always into sports, playing sports, talking about sports, reading about sports, watching sports. I used to play the shit, but I never really knew what the fuck I was doing. Meaning, I had the skill for it, I had the ability for it, I had a little knowledge. But him, as a youth, he knew about the teams, he knew about statistics, he knew about strategy, and he played. So he was kind of a coach that was playing at a young age. He was always involved in music, introduced me to a lot of music.
The first song that that made me personally fall in love with hip hop was Bonita Applebum by a Tribe Called Quest. Before that, growing up, I was always listening to Quede music, a lot of reggae and R&B, But when I heard, hip hop, when I heard that, it just took me. It spoke to me directly. I connected with it, truthfully, and they were telling my stories. Certain artists were telling. I could hear when they told their stories. I related, like Nas, Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie. They spoke the truth, and that's all I cared about as an artist. Was truth, and within the art. And the first song that I heard that I fell in love with was Bonita Applebum, and that had to be like around 1989, 1990. Like I was real young, but when I heard that song specifically, Q-Tip's voice and the music, I was hooked. It was like hypnosis. It was something I've never heard before, and describing the feeling when I first heard it, it was sunny. It always brings me to a sunny place. It was fucking crazy.
I'm glad that I got to be a part of the production for that. I engineered the majority, and it just became this 18-song album that with just this good story in his first solo album, and he really told everything that he's about and stands for in his first album on a personal level, and you get to really know who he is and what he went through and his story and his life, basically like his Reasonable Doubt.
Life in Pasadena growing up was interesting. A lot of stories, experiences. it was a real great place and time. A lot was just going on in the streets and with the people and music. The energy was incredible, and it will be memories that I hold on and cherish forever, and there'll never be nothing like that. I honestly wish I could revisit those times. Going to shows, going to parties, block parties, you know, classic hip hop battles back in the days that we were involved in. Yeah, we did the whole thing. We did the whole scene. And we do lots of different music. We work with a lot of different artists, wide range internationally. You know, him, myself, and you know, when he does everything he does, and I do everything we do, and we come together, it's magic.
The sound of the Losers Crew is very interesting because it appeals to a mass variety of people. It's not only for one type of genre, it's not only for one type of man or one type of woman. It's not really for old or for young, it's really for everybody. There's a lot of tracks for everybody to get into.
It's just a mixed variety of all the different elements of music that we love. We don't believe in genres of music. I mean, Keltronix is artists. We just believe in good music and bad music, and that's what it is.
I think it's only going to move forward. Everything moves forward for them, like, because he has new songs that they're doing right now that I'm hearing, and like they still bring that same sound, but in a new way every time. Like they just, I don't know, like they never, like the way they do their music and how on the same page, like a team being on the same page, like that's what you need to have a good chemistry and a good bond. You need to be on the same page all the time, and they see each other eye to eye from knowing each other for since way back, and just they don't even have to be with each other to make the same, like a good song. They just know. They just let each other know, like not even verbally know. They just read each other's mind. So like their joints will never decline.
The Loser Crew songs that I like personally have to do with the picture that's been painted by the similar names that I hear, similar locations that I hear, and the vibe that I get.
Some of my favorite Loser Crew songs, a lot of them would be songs that we didn't even put out or got lost while making them.
I would say would be there's so many. Miss Forever Fly remix, because I like the sample, I like the piece of my love, and I like the story that's delivered behind it. It's precisely explained and notified to the audience. Head, because I like the beat, I like the style, different style, and it's very sexual, and it just brings out, it shows one of their many talents and styles. And my favorite is I Used To. I don't know why, it's just something about the way the beat is. It just makes me want to dance and smile and replay it over and over and keep laughing and laughing.
I used to have a thing for you, mama. See you looking good. You came back and
There's a lot of songs I like from the Loser Crew, but there's one song in particular called I Used To.
I Used To.
I used to have a thing for you, mama. See you looking good. You came back around the hood. Now I'm trying to say what's good. I used to have a thing for you, mama. It's cool to see you got it, girl. You know you still got it, girl.
What is a Loser Crew show like? You ain't never been? Man!
Loser Crew performance is, even no matter how large the crowd is, it's always intimate. You feel us. You know, we try to give you a performance that you can remember. You know, like a Bobby Brown performance, like a Bob Marley show. You know, like yeah, we just try to give you a great experience and give you a show that you'll remember and tell your friends about, and that you will always hold on to in your mind and in your heart.
A Loser Crew live show is actually like lunch at high school, but nobody's gonna get their ass whooped. It's a place where you can enjoy yourself. It's a fun experience. It's something that you're going to tell your friends about. And I guess in this cyber world, you hear about it on Facebook, you read about it on Twitter. You might make the night news. It's a really good environment.
I mean, to our music, there's no formula or format. You know, it's bigger than entertainment. You know, it's more of a musical movement. You know, that's what we're doing. It's just, you know, bringing the music to the people, bringing good music, good quality music, genuine music to the people.
The Loser Crew experience, well, it sounds like, I mean, it sounds like something from now, like from this year. But when he told me that it wasn't made now, it was made back then, I'm like, oh damn, like all their songs, like it's the way it starts and the format is crazy, like all the joints, like within the first couple of 5 joints you have like a very, very different sounds of songs. Like the first one, It's Okay, comes in, and then the next joint comes in and it has nothing similar style compared to the other one, and nothing, the third one, Lust, nothing like that one before that, and they just show all their different styles like throughout the whole song, and just show it's the way it's constructed and everything, like the producing and like the lyrics and what they're talking about is some classic shit, some classic hip hop shit for sure.
Make sure that you guys take this in, listen to the stuff that the people are saying. Support your local artists. If you guys don't realize now, a lot of artists that you guys support are not your local artists. I'm not saying support them because they're local. Take the time to find out about the artists and listen to their music, because a lot of stuff that they're playing on the radio right now are not your local artists. But you know what? In their areas, they're getting played. They're getting played in their local radio stations. They're getting promoted in their local radio. They're getting promoted in their local cities, and you got to be the best in your area so you can blossom and grow. So support your local artists.
Me and Kellen, you know, we're like jazz musicians pretty much. You know, I knew that he was growing up, he listened to jazz heavily. You know, he's a drummer, and you know, I listen to a lot of jazz, you know, as well as a lot of other music. But that's how we go about, you know, our work. Like jazz musicians, we're very, you know, technical in a sense, but it comes natural to us because we've always studied music, you know, since we were young, how we did, you know, by listening to it closely and really just feeling it and embodying, you know, the sounds and rhythms and melodies that we're hearing, and putting it out in our own way, in our own, the way we hear it or see it or feel it. That's how we will create it. So it's like, you know, when we work, it's like Miles Davis and John Coltrane. You know, like we're both bringing something unique and different to the table, and together putting out something that's never been seen or heard before.
Look out for Popular Losers Crew clothing and apparel in a hood near you.
Me and Keltronix, we have a great love for the culture, a great love for music, a great sense of tradition, and we like making great music all the time. not making anything mediocre or doing what anyone else is doing, you know, but we like making music that represents ourselves and those who, you know, who relate to what we feel like and or what we're dealing with, so it's all fresh. Justin's in the house. Say hi to, say what's up to Justin.
Hello, what are we doing here?
This is the Loser Crew document.
Loser Crew.
If you have an idea, a dream, something you feel, try to go out there and accomplish it. Slow niggas get left and miss the game like a sick ref. If you got some ideas, go out there and tell somebody about them. Go out there and try to accomplish some goals. Because anybody can do nothing.
Zoning out like what she all about. Sophisticated sexiness, class and elegance. Hanging from her neck, 3 pearl necklaces. She's so focused, phone steady, getting messages.
Never settle for less. Keep a bulletproof vest. Remember, life is a test. If you can figure that out, you'll probably be successful in life. That's what I think.
Wrote a name and number on the call tomorrow night. I just wanna know what it's like. I never had a chance to talk to an angel. Tell me if you're down and baby, we can talk all night. Is it cold out there in London? I just wanna know what it's like. I never had a chance to kick it with a model. Tell me if you're down and baby, we can kick it all night. The most beautifulest thing in this world, a fly chick in tight jeans and some trees, some Hennessy, about 10 G's. And maybe you're so beautiful, you gotta be from overseas, you're unusual. But you know I dig your steez, so I'm into you. And honey, we can do some things if that's cool with you. You're now lounging with the Loser Crew, you must be heaven sent, and I'm so glad that we met. Yo, she the one, yo, the Jane Kennedy type that plenty would lie, but yo, she live a finicky life, never in one place, never in one face. She need dumb space, like the runway. Gucci something, booby stunting, won't keep trumping, you be fronting if you ain't impressed. And when she move, oh yes she move, you got to watch when she walk by in that baby dress.